Rockstarflipper YouTube channel. Wednesday, it's July 20th, 2022, and as promised, I purchased another humongous lot of bulk clothing for sale on eBay, Posh Macari. It's not humongous, it's pretty big though. So it's about 450 pieces, and everyone always asks me, where do I buy all of my lots? I don't buy too much from the big, liquidation companies. I buy from customers that either come through Wholesale, which is the website I'm partnered with, or directly from some of you guys. This happened to be an eBay store that was closing down. I was familiar with the eBay store, and it did primarily men's clothing. So when they told me they were selling off their inventory, I was very interested. We made a deal. This cost me $900, $2 a piece, and shipping. So 450 pieces. They were able to get them in 10 Home Depot boxes, which I'm going to show you in just a second. So 45 pieces per box, which is about right, because remember, if they're anywhere from a half a pound to a pound each, you're going to be pushing a 35, 40 pound box. You can go up to 45 or 50 pounds. You really don't want to go any heavier than that. So this could have been done in 8 or 9 boxes. 10 was probably perfect. The boxes came from Chicago to Florida, the Chicago area to Florida, and they cost me about $25 to $27 on average per box. I printed all the labels and provided it for them. So every label I was printing was like $26.76, $25.50, $24.90, depending on the weight. They just gave me the 10 weights and I went from there. So I think it was like $264 was the total shipping price, plus my 9. So $1,164 divided by 450 pieces. So I'm out, another 40 cents, 45 cents, so $2.45 landed. You go to the thrift store, that's hard to spend, right? Especially on items that were listed on eBay. I was able to look through them. They were quality items, $20, $25, $30 items. I'm $2.30. That's 10 times money on gross sales. With that said, let's go over and take a look at the boxes. Let's thank the sponsor of today's video, my reseller, Genie. Paul and Faith, they have the best accounting and inventory control software that helps you track your sales, profits, expenses, and even your estimated tax bill, along with tracking your inventory, all from one place. And you can access it anywhere you have an internet connection. They have 2 great plans available, and make sure you check them out in the link in the description below and use the code to save 15%, Rockstarflipper15. All right, so I swore I wasn't gonna have inventory sent to my house because I wanted to keep it all in my storage unit, but unfortunately my storage unit is full. I know, I'm outgrowing everything, and we need an inventory here to list. So I did have these ones delivered directly to the house, and you can see them here, 2, 4, 6, and then over here, 8 and 10 in the back corner there. So 10 Home Depot boxes. I'll get down just to give you guys a better idea. There they are, about 40, 45 pounds each. And I guess the next thing to do is just to start cracking them open and showing you what I got. Okay, so I'm gonna do this at the dining table because I have more room than on the kitchen island, and that's just kind of a pain. Most of the time, these boxes, when I cut them open, I haven't touched these yet, are a bit of a surprise to me. I know what most of what I'm getting is, and I'll base my purchase off of like somebody showing me 20 or 30% of it, and it is a risk, but I usually buy them at good enough prices. The luck with this one, because they were all listed on eBay, I basically saw pretty much every single item. There's a few I'm not sure of, but really out of 450, probably 400 of these, if not more, I saw before purchasing it. So I knew exactly what I was getting. And because these were listed on eBay already, or it could be any platform, I know that they're not stained or damaged. Maybe 1 or 2 slip through because that happens to all of us, right? But if you listed them on eBay and these particular sellers took the time to, pretty good chance they're not all stained and damaged, or any of them for that matter. So we should have some really good quality. And I was familiar with the sellers, really great guys up in the Chicago area. Unfortunately, some health issues, which fingers crossed for you guys if you see this video. Hopefully everything works out on that end. But that was the primary reason for them selling. It wasn't because they had bad stuff or they couldn't move it. They were selling pretty solid amount for 450 listings every single day, selling a few items, $20, $25 items. So they were doing pretty close to $100 a day, $3,000 a month on their store. And I'm out $1,160 on this. So if we can get this stuff listed pretty quick, it smells pretty good. A lot of times people launder all this stuff. And what else I just noticed, which is fantastic, they folded all this stuff for me. Look at that. That is, what a great job. So thank you to those 2 guys. It was a father and son team. So let's just get rolling here. First one, a brand that is old school. I haven't seen this in a while. What do you guys call this? Ense? I don't, ENYCE. I've seen the brand a lot. It's back from like the 90s or something. I don't know. Tommy Bahama. So just a standard button down Tommy Bahama, but it's still something you list for $20, $25. Another Tommy Bahama. So this is what it's gonna be. Like I said, this was 99% men's clothing. Chaps, but it's got a good vintage look to it. So pretty much everything in these boxes are gonna be $20 to $25 items. Polo, I'm trying to keep these folded up, make it easier. Nautica, Tommy Hilfiger. What else we got in here? Another Tommy Bahama with good plaid, so 25. This is just what I'll list, what I'll actually get for them. Again, just trying to average $20 to $25 on these. Columbia with some good fishing graphics. These are everyday bread and butter, men's polos, men's button downs, things like that. I think there's some shorts and some other stuff. This is a brand you probably never heard of. It's called King Size 2XL. What do we got here? Got Polo Golf with some graphics on it. Got Ralph Lauren with some striped graphics going on. We got some Levi's button downs. We got, oh, got something in a bag here. Zipped up, let's see what's inside. So, yeah, right, me getting this back in the bag is gonna be an act of God. I believe this is a suit jacket. That's what it looks like. I'll unfold it, that's fine. This is a wool. This is just a Jones, New York, so it's not so great, but it's still a suit jacket. It's still something I could put up for 25 bucks. Somebody needs a cheap suit jacket. Nice 3-button, nice nice flat black. If it's in their size, you put it up for $25, $30. The shipping's a little more, but you still make some money, so. What else we got in here? Greg Norman, golf polo. Greg Norman stuff does okay for me. What else? Tony Hawk, button down. So you guys kind of get the idea of this one. BKE, which 2XL, I just sold a BKE shirt for $21. So those ones almost always go for a $20 to $25 average. And then I'm just looking, it's all polos. Foundry, some people do well on this. I don't, it's like 15 or less. Bass Pro Shop, Polo. What is this one? This green one is, it's 3XL. It's George, which is, what is that, Walmart or Target? Walmart, I think. George, but it's 3XL. So you can still slap $15, $16, $17 on that one. There looks to be a couple more suit jackets in here. Another Chaps Polo. Another Greg Norman Polo. Another one of those ENYC, who knows, another 2XL king size Polo. So I'm not gonna finish going through this box. We'll go through one more on video. I'm not gonna go through all 10 on video, but let's check out one more box and we'll see what we got in that one. Okay, second box here, same deal, packed kind of the same way. I forgot there's a few boxes in here with some hard goods. I bought some Coca-Cola collectibles and some beer collectibles that he also had in the store. So I forgot that he packed those in as well. So Greg Norman, golf polo, again, same sort of stuff. What is this one? Saddlebred, not the greatest brand, do okay with it. What do we have here? It's another polo of some kind. Greg Norman, another Greg Norman. All these Greg Norman polos go for like $19.99. 3XL, it's Van Heusen, but it's 3XL. Again, mix of good and bad. Polo golf. Got Chaps, button down. There should be a total of like 10 or 20 Tommy Bahamas and Columbias in here. All sort of stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of Coca-Cola 10 collectibles, which people pay pretty good money for. Some of the older vintagey stuff. Ones with the collectible bears. I forgot that I bought some of this stuff. So he did a good job packing this as well. Some more Polo, Tommy Hilfiger shirts, just all kinds of button downs. So look, I'm at $1,160, call it $1,200 all in. And if I can get enough stuff to net $15 after fees and shipping, as in I'm paying a $4.50, $5 label and $3 or $4 in fees, and I'm selling them for $22, $23 and netting 15. Let's just say I can net 12. I only have to sell 100 items. I bought 450 items, which gives me 350. And if I profit just $10 a piece on those, if you just call it 10 across the board, that's 4,500 less my 11. is $3,400 if I just net $10 a unit and I pocket $4,500. Now I hope to net about 13 or 14, maybe $15 an item. If I can net $15 an item, now we're talking about another $2,200. We're talking about $6,700 less my 11, means I can make 56. So the realistic estimate on this purchase is somewhere between 3,000 in profit, 4,000 in profit. Realistically, maybe 4,500, but that's how you build the inventory. And if you're really listing 450 items, we have 2 of us, but even if it's just one of you that can list 20 items a day, that's 100 items a week. If you just do 5 days, you can get up 400 in a month. This could be 1 month's worth of inventory that ships to you, 450 items. It's a fair deal. You don't ever have to go out sourcing. You save, how many days at the thrift store? You go to the thrift store for 50 items, right? If you go to a couple thrift stores, take you 9 days, 8 days, 10 days to source all of this. How much gas, how much time, how many hours, as opposed to by the time all that's done, you could have been cracking these open, listing them and making money rather than out spending money. And at the thrift store, again, I'm $2.40 into this stuff. It's hard to buy stuff at the thrift store for $2 or less, right? Like $1.99, $2.50, even $2.99. Like that's really the cheapest you can buy anything. Yeah, you take the bad, some of the lower end brands here, which is fine, but you also take the good with all of this as well. The Tommy Bahamas, all that stuff. You walk into my thrift stores, they're $6, $7, $8 for some of those shirts. Columbia is $6.99. Tommy Bahamas are $6.99. Even the chaps, the Nikes, the Polos are like $3.99, $4.99, which in the other 8 boxes, there's plenty of those. There's some Nike, there's some Adidas, there's Tommy. So we'll pull all those out. We'll get those first 100 good brands and plus size men's, big and tall, big guy stuff. We'll get all that up right away, listed in the 20, 25 range. We'll have 100 items up for $25 averages or $23 averages. We'll have over $2,000 in inventory listed, and that'll be what it takes to get the money back. So that's a little haul. That's how I buy bulk, and hopefully that inspires you to go out and look for some stuff. Even if you just buy a box of 100 pieces from someone for $200 or $300, you don't have to spend $1,000 or $2,000. That's just kind of how I do it. But yeah, I got to get to work on this stuff. So that's just kind of a sneak peek on our 10 boxes of wholesale goods purchased out of Chicago. Make a couple $1,000 and get to work. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. There's a little thumb down there. You turn it blue and that helps me out a lot. And in the meantime, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. And until then, have a great rest of your evening.